Right. Now up in Beaconsfield Old Town. And just cracked off another PR. We're only 4.8 miles into the ride. And that, so that one was close, so I thought at one point I was going to lose it. So yeah, going nicely. Right, we will soon be going A355 Beaconsfield Amersham Road. Doing the A35 grind, then the Gore Hill descent. So the camera will be going on the handlebars for them. So yeah, right, crack on. go now, nearly at the top of it. Just over 7% there. Okay folks, I'm going to have to be careful on how much I record because I just realised I've left the spare batteries at home. Yes, I've done a frosty. It's looking pretty reasonable at the moment. It was fully charged before I come out. And that. Right, yeah, I've just pulled over at the top of the A355 after doing the grind. I'm never quite sure where that segment finishes, but I'm at Coleshill Water Tower. What a beautiful place to live in. Yeah, it is a residence. Not used as a water tower anymore, somebody actually does live there. Brilliant. You'd never run out of water with that. Yeah, so we're going down in Amersham in a minute, down Gore Hill. Last time I did that was just before lockdown, with a friend. And that, so yeah, stick the camera on the handlebars and film that one. It's normally 30 plus down there, so it's quite a nice little descent. Depends how you could hit the roundabout just before the bottom. Because we go right down at the old town, down by Tesco's and that, so yeah, be interesting to see what it's like. Well, we're in the market town of Old Amersham now. It's one of many places round here in Oxfordshire that are used in Midsummer Murders. It's been in more than one episode. Garden of Remembrance, the church, the market house. Just beyond there on the right is a museum, and they have a travelling museum. It's an old like vintage car. It's quite something else. And once all this is over, I intend to come in and have a look at this place. Vava Vegan, total vegan cafe. I've not been in it yet, but as I say, one of these days I shall come down and we'll have a look. I don't know what their latest signs say. Oh, that's good if doing deliveries to anybody who's old and vulnerable. So, yeah. I will definitely have a look at that. Now, I've just spotted, we were due to go up to this roundabout here and turn left where those yellow signs are that say access to hospital, no access to A404. I'd intended going up 404 through that way rather than the way they're putting a diversion. I think I might go and have a look. And that, see if I can get through on the bike rather than going up round the bypass. I don't really fancy the bypass, and I don't fancy the alternative either, not on this bike, because there is an alternative. There's a path shoots up the other side of the Crown, further along the Broadway there. Goes off up to the left, Cherry Lane. It turns into a path and then comes out as a road up on the 404, but don't really fancy it. Not on this. On the track, yeah, I might have given it a bash, but no. In any case, this will be Mars if we do have to come back. Right, let's go and see what's what. Yeah, this is the old town. We're actually heading off up Wilden Street at the moment. This used to be the only road out this direction before they built the bypass. We're just going past the Saracen's Head. Been something there for many years, and it's actually the site of an old bear pit where they used to have bear fights. So yeah, really old. Naturally that type of thing don't happen anymore. And that used to be, oh no, this is the Royal British Legion. There used to be an auction house along here somewhere as well. Don't know whether it's still there or not. Forget just whereabouts it was. Quaker Meeting House. Quakers are quite strong round here. Jordan's and the Mayflower Barn are not all that many miles away. Mayflower Barn so named as it's reputedly made out of the timbers of the Mayflower that the Pilgrim Fathers sailed to the States on. That's the old hospital. 1838 says on the front. And I think we're going to be all right up here. I think we'll probably get through on the bike, because they're obviously doing something up under the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, the hospital's grown a little bit over the years. It did used to be just that bit up on the back, and then there used to be all like old terrapin type port cabin type wards up the back in the 60s and 70s. But then they built all this lot. Right, I think I'll get round on the path, but for now you're going to have to go in the back pocket. Right, I didn't know that was coming here. I knew it was further along, but this obviously explains a bit of why this is shut. High speed 2, road closed here 18th of the 5th 20 to 3rd of the 7th 20. For more info, find us online. So it's obviously got something to do with HS2. I know it's coming on various places around here that it will be going through, which is a shame because you ruin the countryside. It's beautiful countryside around here, and well, is it really necessary? After this, will there be anybody that wants to use it? Would you want to be stuck in a carriage for that length of time without a break? Nah, not for me. But hey ho, let's get on with the cycling. Forget that type of stuff. Right, we're now out on the A404. Which is the main Amersham to Wickham Road. From here it's about 6 miles into Wickham, but we'll be going a slightly longer route to get back to Wickham, and that. So yeah, nice little steady climb up here. And some terrible roads. For an A road it is. It's nothing special. I've ridden along smoother stuff on the track when I've been off road. Stuff will start to become clear shortly, as the background between the idea behind this ride starts materialising. As I say, it was mentioned by Gez, my local knowledge, and that. I hope you and Tim are keeping well, Gez. Thanks for putting this little idea in my head. I haven't ridden out this way for, well, as I said earlier, just before lockdown I was out this way, but I haven't ridden up here for absolutely ages. It's a steady old ride up here. And that, so yeah, it's a beautiful day. Last time I looked it was about 19-20 degrees out there, so well comfy. A lot better than what we had yesterday, because it absolutely chucked it down at various times during the day. Today I was hoping to be riding with Mark and the other guys doing the social distancing up to Regent's Park, but Mark's knee's playing him up, so and that, what with all the twats up in London, we all decided that we'd just stay local today. So I then threw this ride together last night on Commute, and we're out doing it today. Right, that's Cherry Lane, which is the top of that, where I said we could come up if we couldn't get through that way. It runs down around by Woodrow and Woodrow High House. Now Woodrow High House is, I think it's still owned by the London Boys Clubs or something like that. Dates back to Civil War days, and beyond that. Yeah, dates back pre-Civil War, because there's a tale of it's haunted. By a lady in a green dress, and she had a boyfriend. The locals were roundheads or whatever, and she had a boyfriend who was a member of the other lot. Yeah, I know my local history is pretty good, but I can never remember. What they're all called. And she was going to meet him in a grotto in the grounds one night by getting out there via a secret passage, and when she got there she found her boyfriend, and he died from battle wounds and that, and she couldn't live without him, so she went back to the house and she took her own life. And that is a tale of the Ghost of the Green Lady. That's the other entrance to Cherry Lane that you can come up back there. That church that you could just see is when it's not hidden behind the edges. It's Penn Street Church. And we're going to head down Penn Street shortly, down School Lane. So yeah, that's just coming up. There you go, there's the church. Holy Trinity. It's the main parish church around this parish. We haven't been down this road for bloody years. Good friend of mine used to live just in the end here. But I doubt we'll raise around these days. Right, yes, we are in School Lane, and the reason it's called School Lane is because just coming up on our right, behind this hedge, right, let me just pull around the corner here. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Curzon Church of England Combined School. I used to come here when I was a kid. Yeah, spent many hours playing in this playground. Didn't have all this here, though. It used to be just a playground. And there's a bit of, around the end, there's a bit of a field type area, grass area. Goes up round the back. And that. Now, this side of the school, yeah, this side of the school hasn't actually changed a lot since my day. I think, yeah, slight extension to the school kitchens. The first creamy coloured bit, yeah, that was there, but I think the smaller bit there is new. So yeah, this was my local school, but I didn't live here in the village. I lived a few miles down the road, and sometimes I normally used to catch the bus, and as you can see, the bus stop is right outside the school. So yeah, I used to catch the bus over here by myself, no parents or anything, not like these days. And then the bus stop to go home is just that bus shelter just down the road there. I came here from about, I suppose I was about 8 when I first started coming here. prior to that I'd had homeschool tutoring due to medical reasons. I used to suffer from epilepsy. I'm quite open about it, and the local infant school in Holm Green where I lived couldn't cope with me, so yeah, I had a homeschool tutor, and then when they thought I was ready, I came here till I was 11 and failed the 11 plus. So yeah, Penn Street's a beautiful village. If we get into the woods here, there's all paths in the woods and that, and there's rhododendron bushes and everything in there. We will do a ride in there another day. I used to play in them as a kid. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let me stick you on the handlebars and we'll carry on. But yes, the reason for the ride is a little potted history about me and where I grew up, which is why I've got such good local knowledge, is because prior to the 2 months up in Suffolk under lockdown, there was only about 6 months that I'd been away from the area. So yeah, I've lived around it all my bloody life. More on that in a bit. Right, well, we come out of Penn Street and we're now back on the 404. I hate this section of it. Right down here. Got knocked off at this junction once, many years ago, coming home. We're going the opposite way, pulling out there on the road, someone cut round. Right, yeah, we've just pulled off of the A404 and we're just on Sheep-Cottdale Road. Blairavon Farm on the left, farmhouse just through behind these trees, and that, and we are going down here. I wouldn't like to guess how many times I've ridden this. It must be, well, it is. It's in the hundreds. Possibly even getting up towards 1,000. Because it used to be part of my paper round, and I used to do it 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. No time off for good behaviour. Not with Clary Haynes as your boss. In fact, we went on strike once, that and demanded a pay rise, and we got it. I think my pay for the round went up to 90p a week. Yes, 90p a week, less than £1 a week, and I was out in all weathers, as I say, 7 days a week. And so I'd be up probably 6 o'clock in the morning, go pick the papers up, come and do the round, get home, have my breakfast, and go to school. And at the weekends the round was a couple of miles longer. It used to be about, this section it's about 4 mile round, out and back. Used to be a bugger on a Friday because you used to have the Buxbury presses, so the bag was even heavier. And yes, it was a bag that you slung over your shoulder. Used to weigh a bloody ton. Right, let's head off down Sheepcote Dell. Right, so we are now up on Green Common. It's Christchurch. Now the Baptist church used to be just over between those two trees where those flint fronted properties are over there. Used to sit back in there, but it's now over here. So that's changed since I was a kid. Not a lot else up on the common as though. The village hall is just through the back there. As I say, the church, the kiddies playground. When I was a kid, didn't used to be there. It used to be over just by the bus stop there, over on the corner of Sheepcote Road in the common. Yeah. And come September, there's normally a fair on the common here. It takes up most of it, or it used to in my day. I haven't been up here for years for the fair, but I doubt whether that'll be happening this year. Well, never mind. Well, you never know. It's September. Yeah, things might have eased off and be back in action by then. Right. I am now going to go over the other side of the common and do a podcast. Right, well, we're just by the old house. I have spent many a pound in there. Many an hour, drunk many a pint. It's where I first started drinking, was the old. And we're just going to go down Hog Lane. Right, I'm actually videoing on the phone now because the battery's getting a little bit low. Just had a very interesting conversation. Yeah, down the bottom of Hog Lane, and the house that you can see in the background there, the white one, that is where I lived as a kid, and I've just been speaking to the lady who lives there at the moment. I had a very interesting conversation with her. She was very interested to hear what I'd got to say, and that. So yeah, this is Hog Lane, and I shall flick the. In a moment, I shall flick round and go on to the other camera. Yeah, number 48 is where I was brought up as a kid, and I'll just leave the bike there for a minute. I used to play in these fields as a kid. I'll have to do a ride across here one day. But yeah, fields out front and back. Ooh, blackberry plants. Yeah, it's just a quiet little cul-de-sac. Fields out the back of the houses as well, and it just runs out to a dead end. Beautiful down here. Right, time to crack on. Right, well, I spent 5 years in this place. Holmer Green, it's now called Holmer Green Senior School, but back in my days it was Holmer Green Secondary School, Holmer Green Secondary Modern, and yeah, I spent 5 years here. That tower block, that was built while I was here. The building in front of us was originally the school gym, converted to the library, which my mother worked at as a school librarian, and yeah, many a happy memory. Debatable, but yeah. Right, time to crack on. A couple more places to visit before we get home. Right, I'm now in Four Ashes Road. It's about 3 miles from home. And the property behind me is known as Irish Cottages. It's 2 cottages. This is number 1, and that one over there is number 2. I spent the first 3 years of my life at number 1. So some great time along here, but yeah. So it was about 3 years old when I moved to the house on the green. So yeah, the post box back then, there wasn't an edge down the middle. Of the 2 boxes, and the post box back then was in the front wall of the house, of the cottages. And it was a Victorian one. And that, so yeah, that's where I spent the first 3 years. Right, I've just got 2 more places to visit before we get home, so we'll crack on. There's a descent on the way home. I'm hoping that the camera's got enough battery in it to record it, because I'm going to try and record it, because it's well, last time I came down there I'd got the hydro cable brakes on this and I nearly didn't make it around the junction at the bottom, so I'm hoping it's going to be a bit better today. So I'd like to see if we can get it on video. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, at the moment I'm in Alexandra Road, and I'm just up the road a little bit from number 17, which is that one there, and that was my grandparents' place. That is where my dad grew up as a kid, along with his brother Brian. As I say, they're just round the corner from me. So we're going to actually head down, and we'll go along Pinions Road a little bit and back up the next one along, and that, because after number 17 there's one more place before we get home. Right, okay, just going back to before number 17. I don't think the camera fired up to come down the hill, but it was way better than last time I come down there. Right, we are around at the last place before I wind the vlog up and head the last couple of 100 metres to home. We're in this little close. Yeah, we're in this little close, or just in the end of it. I forget when these were built, but it is called Grace Redding Close. No, it's not named after my dear darling youngest daughter, although I have got a photo of her stood pointing at it, stood on the end. It's actually named after my grandmother, her great-grand, who back in 1956 was the first woman to be elected and actually take the office of Mayor of High Wycombe. Dame Frances Dove had been elected before, way back when, I can't remember the dates, but on the eve of her inauguration, the burgesses of the town decided in a vote that they couldn't be doing with being ordered around by a woman, so they actually voted her out, and someone else was elected. So roll on to 1956, when Grace Redding Senior was elected and held the office, and my mum would have been her Lady Mayor, but Mum at the time was pregnant with my sister Carol and didn't particularly want the job in any case, so my Aunt Pam my dad's sister-in-law did the job of Lady Mayor for the year, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to wind the vlog up here now with that last little piece of history. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it, and yeah, I'll be interested to hear what folk have got to say. Hope you're all well, and I'll catch you around next time. So stay safe, stay well, ciao for now, bye.